Hello, Unbreakme here with a look at the 5 worst B-models of LEGO Technic. B-models usually bring out the best in LEGO Technic, having some of the most interesting and complex designs. However, there have been a few B-models that weren't so good. But before we begin, I'd like to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare has thousands of amazing classes. There is actually LEGO-related classes on Skillshare. You can learn to make a profit by selling LEGO on eBay, learn to make stop-motion LEGO movies, and more. One class that really inspired me is called YouTube Success with MKBHD by Marcus Brownlee. He's actually my favorite tech YouTuber, and my biggest takeaway from this class is specifically editing a video. You can use techniques learned from the Skillshare class to make your own amazing LEGO videos. You can have a 1-month free trial of Skillshare Premium as long as you're one of the first 1,000 people to sign up using my special link provided in both the description as well as the pinned comment of this video. At number 5, we have the 2012 4x4 Crawler's alternate model. I actually think that the off-road truck is a pretty good concept, so then why is it on this list? Well, it's because this alternate build is nothing more than the exact same chassis, but with a different top. B-models are great when they're completely different from the main build. This just has the exact same functions as the main model, and its only difference is that it looks different. On top of that, the alternate model looks really rough and unfinished in the back. The wires are completely out in the open. The exact same argument of just having a different top could be made about the special edition Crawler of 2013, but that one had the advantage of having a winch, an extra motor, a switch, lights, and being the winner of the You Design It, We Make It competition. If you're enjoying this video so far, and if you would like to uncover all the secrets of LEGO Technic, such as which B-models are the best, the rarest gears, motors, and more, then make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. But no pressure, no pressure. Next up, we have the B model of the 8265 front loader. The main model is fantastic. It is one of the best front loaders LEGO Technic has ever done. It even contains a gearbox along with motor upgradability. The B model's main drawback is the unfinished crane. It's way too skinny. Furthermore, since the main model uses 3 linear actuators, why not use the 3rd actuator for the extension of the crane? The crane really needs extra support. When the crane is fully extended, it looks like it's about to break. You really can't carry anything heavy with it. On the other hand, the placement of the 2 linear actuators is actually quite interesting. I just feel like there could have been a better, more refined alternate model to the amazing front loader. At number 3, we have the alternate build of the amazing service truck of 2013. The main model looks phenomenal and it's a wonderful deal for its price. The B model, on the other hand, is incredibly unfinished. The panels had to move away for the trailer, but it ultimately resulted in the sides having a weird color scheme. I mean, we have green, gray, red, and none of these color choices run consistent throughout the model. They're just at random, and that results in a bad aesthetic. On top of that, the controls are just really awkward. We have the pneumatic valve switcher in the middle, the gearbox controls are on both sides, and more. It just has too many controls in too many places. On top of that, the crane is too skinny and it looks awkward. It has the same flaw of the random colors and it looks quite easy to break. The B model doesn't even compare to the main build. Next up, we have the alternate build of the LEGO Technic Rough Terrain Crane, and is just too similar to the main model. This is a premium LEGO Technic set. It is the second in the lineup of giant LEGO Technic sets, being a successor to the Bucket Wheel Excavator. That one, however, had the wonderful mobile aggregate processing plant as its B model. This one is merely a small change in the superstructure. You can make the argument that the Crawler Crane of 2015 had a much more similar B model to the original model. However, that set was much cheaper than the Rough Terrain Crane. The Rough Terrain Crane's incredibly similar B model is another reason why I don't like this set that much. It introduced nothing new, it had the same functions as the previous LEGO Technic sets from just a couple years ago, and it had a weak B model. Finally, at number 1, the single worst B model is the Research Explorer vehicle from the 42070. Now, one of the biggest complaints about this model is the aesthetic. Personally though, I think it looks great. Sure, the middle does have a giant opening, but it still looks much better than the B model of the service truck. What I don't like about this model are the functions. First of all, there is no suspension, meaning it's quite bad for off-roading. I mean, it's practically unplayable outdoors. As soon as one of the wheels loses traction, all of the power is directed right to that wheel and the model gets stuck. The main issue with this model is that there is just so many leftover pieces from the main model. There could have been so much more done with the truck to fix certain issues like the strange winch, the flimsy battery box, the lack of an interior, and much more. The model is just overall quite fragile. On top of that, the model maintains its issues from the main build, such as the lack of a servo motor, which makes the steering unintuitive since it does not return to center. If you would like to learn about the 5 best LEGO Technic B models, then click on the video right over here. This is your Unbrick Me here, and I'll see you in the next one.